Josh is going to be sitting upright, and I'm going to start here. Okay, I'm going to start on my knees today. What we're going to do is we're going to work to kind of trap his legs in the butterfly. It's a position we actually work to get out of when I first started working butterfly, when you have them smashed down on the mat and hugging their hips. So we're going to look to find that position. So I'm going to usually if he knows what he's doing, his elbows are in, it's hard to get underhooks right away. But what I'm just going to do is I'm going to get low, I'm going to put my hands on his shoulders, and I'm going to drive in here. Okay. Once I'm walking my knees close to his butt, and I'm trying to trap his heels close to his butt here. Once I'm here, my elbows come to the mat, and I'm hugging his hips, and I'm sitting back on my feet with my head on his chest to keep him from sitting up. I'm pinching his hips between my elbows to keep him from shrimping. And basically, we're kind of trapping his legs in this position where he can't really use them. He can't really hook sweep until he has a little more space. So, trapping him here. Okay, so once we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to pick which side we're going to pass to. So if I want to pass to my left, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to my right, and my left hand is going to hook under. A lot of people like to grab when I hook under. If they can reach the far side foot, they will try to grab that foot, and that's fine. You don't have to grab the foot though. It can help a little bit, but it's not necessary. So I'm looking to the right, and I'm going to reach under. You could actually grab either foot, I guess, but what I'm really looking to do is I'm turning my elbow here, and really I'm kind of snaking my hand underneath, so I'm kind of almost like you're hugging their hips, right? If I'm here, I'm pinching his hips between my elbows. When I turn this one around, it's almost like you're hugging around their hips. So I'm here, I'm coming here, and I'm hugging the hips. Okay. Once I have this, what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to look to get this leg trapped across my body. Okay, and that's not always easy because he's got his butterfly hooks, and that's kind of the point of his butterfly hooks. If I try to just come around his foot, he's going to keep that hook engaged, and it's hard to get off of that hook. So that's one of the reasons people like to grab that far side foot if they can. But if you can't grab it, and even if you can grab it, the way that I clear past that one is I'm going to pinch my knees together, pinching his feet between my knees, nice and tight. I'm going to start tilting my hips to the side I'm going to pass to. And now I'm going to kick this foot out like a donkey kick, but at an angle behind me. So I'm going to kick back that way. So I'm still hugging his hips, and I kick hard, and I clear that foot now. When I bring it back to trap his foot across my body. Okay? And now I have the one trapped. This one's been cleared. I'm cleared off of that butterfly hook. Now I can start working my pass. So I'm hugging the hips, I have my head down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive. So I'm going to drop my hip. So I have to sprawl the side I'm going to pass to. I'm going to basically push my belly on top of his knee and pin it to the ground as low as I can. I'm still hugging his hips, and I'm just going to circle. See how I keep my belly low and I'm still pushing his knee down. Don't try to lift and come over the top, or he's just going to drive his knee back a little deeper. What I want is I just want to come here. I'm going to stay as low as I can until his knee clears across my belly. Notice even here, I drop my belly almost to the mat. I'm still hugging his hips. Once I clear the knee, I'm going to walk my hips back in, and I'm going to bring my knee to his tailbone. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to sit here. With my knee comes right underneath here. And I'm still hugging the hips this way. Okay. The reason that I go here and I don't go to his chest is when I clear here, if he grabs my elbow during the pass, I grab the chunky D and stiff arm, and I still circle and he grabs my belt, he can bridge and roll, or just roll me over. Boom. Have you ever done it? It's a common one. If this arm's trapped, you to get rolled over. So what I'm doing is I'm staying, instead of, the more I circle towards his head, the more he can roll me. So instead, what I'm doing is I'm staying by his hips. And we're gonna work just to that point. So he's sitting up here. So again, I wanna flatten him, and I want my head nice and low. I'm driving in, head to his chest, pinching his hips. Okay, I'm gonna look the opposite direction I'm passing. And on the side I'm passing to, I'm going to reach over and hug the hips. You can grab the foot if you want. It's not necessary. Okay. I'm going to pinch his feet between my knees. I'm going to tilt my hips slightly in the direction I'm passing, and I'm going to kick out to clear that foot. I'm going to drag back in and trap the leg across my belly. Once I have it trapped, I'm going to sprawl and drop my belly on his leg. I'm pushing his kneecap towards the mat the whole time. With my body, I slide until I clear all the way past. Once I clear all the way past, I'm circling back towards his hips, but I'm staying on the outside of his knee. I'm bringing my knee to his tailbone here. I'm still looking. I didn't turn this arm. I'm not reaching for anything. Because number one, if he just grabs my elbow here, I can't reach for anything anyway. We'll work on how to clear that in a minute. But for right now, all we're doing is we're clearing past the legs and controlling the hips. Questions? Why we're circling back to the hips? So even if Josh doesn't pass too far, but he does this pass and he doesn't like circle back to my hips, right? If I feel him passing with this one, a lot of times I'm going to grab his elbow here. Go ahead. Traps everything. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to kind of wait, right? And then once he's passed, go ahead and come up on your knees, but don't circle back to my hips. Once he's passed, I walk my hips this way, I bridge and reflect. And I can roll him across my body. Okay? So that's why we're circling back to the hips, is we don't want to end up above their head. And they can either walk away to put you above their head, or they can wait for you to pass all the way above their head. So here, I'm going to come here, everything the same. He's going to go ahead and grab my elbow at this point and stiff arm it, right? So I feel like he really wants that sweep when I pass. I'm still going to do everything the same. Pinch here, tilt my hips, kick out, and trap. Okay, I'm going to drop my weight. Try to keep your weight down, almost like you're dropping your belly to the mat. Just keep dropping. Once my belly hits the mat, that's when I'm past. Okay, I'm going to circle back to his hips. And by hugging him here, he can't circle so that I'm above his head, right? That's why I'm hugging his hips the whole time. Okay, I'm attached to his hips. At this point, if this was a competition, I would have my points for my past once I build up on my knees. I don't have to go chest to chest to get the points. All I have to do is clear his legs. Okay? But if you want to continue to attack him, you're going to have to move up, right? So at this point, I'm attached to his hips. If he decides to shrimp, a lot of times I'm low, he's shrimping, I can stay attached, and he has to carry my weight wherever he goes. So I can actually be patient there. A lot of times they're pushing on your back, they're using a lot of energy, they're exploding, and as long as I stay attached to their hips, they can't escape their hips far enough to bring a knee across. This arm, the way that it's hugging, and why I was telling you guys don't slide this arm up. If I go here and I start doing this and he shrimps, there's space for his knee to come across. If I keep it here, even if he makes space, his knee can't come across. And I can get back up on my toes, put shoulder pressure, and clear that leg and go back to his tailbone again. Okay? So, this way. I'm here. At this point, I'm going to wait out he's got my elbow. I'm going to wait out his explosions or whatever. I'm going to hang on to his hips until he starts to slow down. Now I'm going to start working up to his chest. And the way I do this is this. At the point when I feel like he's starting to tire out or where I'm ready to move forward, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get up on my toes on my lead leg here. Okay? I'm still hugging his hips at this point. Now, I need to clear and make space. By stiff arming here, it makes it hard for me to get up into his armpit, which is what I want, to make that space. So what I do is, once I'm up on my toes, it's just like the sit-outs we do in warm-up. Look at it. It's here. Open my chest to the ceiling. If he holds on, he actually opens that space into his armpit. But I'm exploding my elbow towards the ceiling. I'm pulling up, right? Once I'm here, I've cleared this arm. Now this arm comes up and over and under his head, and now I can go to side control and go chest to chest. So I ended here. He's got my elbow and he's stiff arming. I can't move my hips into his armpit, right? I can't hug his neck with my arm because he's stiff arming it there. So what I'm going to do is get up on my toes. When I'm ready to go, I'm going to explode. My right leg's going to slide through and my left elbow is going towards the ceiling. Here, and right away hugging his neck. Or scarf position, right? Then you can control this arm, turn in and hug the neck. I like to go to the neck right away though. Okay, so back to the beginning. Let's do it this way. I'm coming in, flattening him, hugging his hips. Looking away from the side I'm passing to, hugging the hips, everything. He's already going to grab my elbow. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to pinch, tilt, kick free, trap his leg. Now I'm going to sprawl. I'm going to try to drop my belly towards the mat the whole time. When my belly can hit the mat, that's when I've cleared and passed. Okay, now I walk back to his hips. I want to stay low until I'm ready. Okay. When I'm ready to go, I step up and I do a sit out, pulling my left elbow to the ceiling. Here, boom, out of the neck. Questions on clearing to chest to chest?